Ujambo, Ujambo, brothers and sisters. Today is Sunday, December the 4th, 2016, approximately 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. Coming to you live out of the criminal operation called the State of Illinois. I'm your host, Yeshaya Kamenwadi. Welcome once again to the Eric Rice Network. Hey, listen, today is Sunday. For all you football fans out there, I'm in the Chicago area. And the 49ers are going to play the Bears today at Soldier Field. And they're talking about a lot of people going to be outside Soldier Field protesting because Colin Kaepernick is coming to play against the Bears. And they want him to stand for the national anthem. And and for what I understand, they're going to continue to protest until he actually gets up and stands for the national anthem. Well, let me say this right here. First of all, I hope he don't. I hope he stick with his morals, stick with his character, and continue to sit his ass down for that funky ass national anthem. Okay? And they can protest their ass all they want. I hope he stick to his morals. Why should we as black people honor the national anthem? Why should we as black people honor that flag when that national anthem and that flag has been nothing to us but death and total destruction? It don't even apply to us. It doesn't. Now, true enough, my ancestors built this nation with their blood, sweat, and tears. They built this nation with their blood, sweat, and tears. Yet, there's no justice for us. None whatsoever. So why should we honor the national anthem? Why should we honor that flag? It don't mean a goddamn motherfucker thing to us. Doesn't. Now, for my white viewers, let it be known that this is not a racist rant. But let me ask you a question. I think I mentioned this once before. If an African nation came to Europe via ships and boats and rounded a bunch of white people up, brought you to Africa, wherever the country may be in Africa, and made you to be their slaves and made you to build them a nation. And for those of you who failed to do so, you will be hung. You will be lynched. You will be brutally murdered. How quickly will you be to honor that particular African nation's flag? How quick will you be to acknowledge the national anthem of that particular country in Africa? And I don't think you'll be so quick to do so, will you? So you have to acknowledge and you have to understand where Colin Kaepernick is coming from and where 90% of black people in America are coming from and feel. You have to understand and you have to acknowledge that. It has nothing to do with racism or being racist or being prejudiced against white people. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with us not wanting to honor something that's against us. That's counterproductive. And notice I said 90% of the population of black people here in America. The other 10%, them coons and toms, they're irrelevant. Okay, we're not even going to discuss them. I'm not even going to sit here and give them the time of day because they're not worth it. Just like you racist ass white people that's watching this video, you're not worth it either. And I always say this, I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you're not racist, if you're not prejudiced against black people, this doesn't apply to you. This does not apply to you. But if you're a racist, and if you're a black, if you're a coon, and you're timing, and you're sniffing behind the asses of white people, this applies to you. And another thing, I'm sitting here going through my YouTube, up there at the Mall of America in Minneapolis. I'm hearing that a lot of people are protesting outside the Mall of America because they have a black Santa Claus. Are you serious? God damn. Just because they got a black Santa Claus in the Mall of America, white people protesting that shit outside of the mall. Once again, all of this racial shit going on in the world, especially here in the United Snakes of America, and y'all expect black people to honor that flag and to honor the national anthem. While I'm at it, let me mention something right here. This message is towards the black youth. Since we're talking about the national flag and the anthem. Military. A lot of our black youth, when they graduate high school, they join the military, whether it be the Army, Navy, Air Force, or the Marines. And they're shipped off to other nations, representing the United Snakes of America. In their quest to spread democracy. Well, let me say this before I proceed. I would rather see any of my people join the military before I would like to see you be out here bombing the street, begging people for nickels and dimes, or worst case scenario, robbing somebody, stealing from people who work hard every day to earn an honest living. Let that be known right there. I would rather see you do that than the alternative. However, for the black man and the black woman to serve in the white man's military, I got an issue with that overall. And the reason being is because the black man and the black woman here in America don't even have democracy here in our so-called home called America. We don't even have democracy here, but yet still we join some white man's military to help spread globalism and to help spread democracy in other nations outside the Western Hemisphere. I got a problem with that. I do. I really do. We don't even have democracy here. Why the hell are we going out here fighting some white man's war? Okay? When 9 times out of 10, the people that we're fighting against don't even have anything against us. Think about it. In Vietnam, the Viet Cong didn't have anything against the black man. And I'm quite sure that my Iraqis and other groups, some of these groups are even created by the U.S., like ISIS. ISIS is a U.S. creation, brothers and sisters. There ain't no such thing as no damn ISIS. ISIS is America. They're spreading this shit to get you against the Arab world. Because they got some plans later on down the line to probably invade Iran and other Middle Eastern countries. And they want the American public to believe that the Muslims or certain Muslims are evil and they need to be dealt with. And so when you invade these countries, when they put this shit out in the news so much, when you hear something so often, you be like, wow, it must be something to it. And so, therefore, the American public will rally around its government. And then they will say, okay, we, the American people, are going to back our government. We, the American people, are going to support our government in an invasion of a nation and an invasion of a group that has never done anything to us. But we, being naive as we are, believe everything that they put out here on this news. Everything that they put out there, we believe it. We suck it up. We're gullible for it. And they know that. Look here, brothers and sisters, and anybody else listening to this video or watching this video, if you want the real news, it's not NBC, it's not CBS, it's not ABC, and it's not CNN, because they're going to tell you what they want you to hear. If you want the real news, you got to go to the internet, and I'm going to give you 2 sites to go to. You need to go to prisonplanet.com, and you need to go to Infowars.com. Go to those 2 sites, and they are going to give you the real deal. They're going to give you the real news that's out here, what's happening out here in the world today. Not the networks that is controlled by the so-called Jew and the people that run the media and control the media. They're going to give you what they want you to have, not the unadulterated truth of the matter. So that's what y'all need to check out. That's what y'all need to check out. This racism thing in this country is never going to go away. It's not. We've been trying to eradicate it for the last 500 years. And for the last 500 years, black people have tried to live amongst their enemies in peace and harmony. And in peace and harmony, they have failed. They have failed. They have been an abysmal failure. And they will continue to fail as long as they try to be amongst their enemy. We as a people have got to get our heads out of our asses. And we as a people have got to start taking care of self and stop looking for others to take care of us. Point blank. We have got to do for self, brothers and sisters. And we have got to create a nation within a nation and go on about our business. Point blank. There's no other way to put it. No other way to put it. Let that sink in your mind. Peace and blessings be upon my brothers and sisters that are watching this video. Pass this video along. If you like, please subscribe. Please.